Welcome to the round table. This is episode 62. Welcome back. If you guys are regulars, welcome to it. If you're new, we are your weekly live show and podcast every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. We are here to discuss different topics, theories, opinions, and you guys are welcome to chime in the live chat section. We love to hear from you guys with my co-hosts and sometimes an occasional guest co-host. And we are just going to go ahead and kick this off. Debbie, I see you in the house and appreciate you for tapping in. You are the first. If you guys tap in, please hit the like so the notice can be sent out that we are live. And let me go ahead and bring in the beautiful Denise Castillo.
Hi.
Hola.
Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Good, I'm good.
Surviving, huh?
Hot like everybody else around here, so I
Yeah.
told myself I'm not going to complain, but if I fall out, you know what?
Yes. If you fall out, I'll be calling for your medic. All right, and we have the gentleman of the hour. Let's see if he plays hide and seek right now.
Hey guys,
Hey, Fred,
how you
how
guys
are you?
doing?
Hey, Fred.
How
Good.
you guys
Fred
doing?
Entertainment in the house.
Good to see you. Good to see you guys. How you guys doing?
Here.
Good. Just like we were saying, hot. And I
Yeah,
feel bad saying hot because I know Denise has it probably a lot worse than we do
yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Jesse. We got Jesse Baca,
Hey,
Sinzwine.
Hey,
How's
Debbie.
everyone?
And,
Yes. Margaret, good to see you. Debbie.
hey, Margaret.
Yes. You guys, please hit that like button on your way in and share the live stream so people know we are on. So let's just kick it off with, what did we all do this last week? And I'm going to start with you, sis. What did you have going on this last week? Anything you want to fill us in on? Or
No, I can't remember. I can't remember this morning, let alone last week.
it's been like that, right?
Yeah, it just your mind gets fogged. Mine does. Speaking for myself, because it's hot, and when it's hot, I can't think, and so that's the story of my life. But,
Right?
But no, it was good. Hubby went back to work. Everything's back on schedule. I had a good time, a good week with him. Not having to cook, dinner. We
Nice.
ate sandwiches and salads, stuff like that. More on the cool side of things, but yeah, back to normal. Everything. He had rice with chicken today, and send him off with a good
Right.
lunch.
Yeah. I bet he was it was nice to be at home, but I'm sure he was like ready to go back or
Oh
what.
yeah. He turned every rock, every stone, everything you could think of. He turned it.
Yeah.
Drove me nuts, but no, it's good to have him home. But
Yeah.
being on a schedule, it's good to be back on that schedule.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right, Fred. Now let's hear about you. What did you have
Well,
going on?
I had an
Oh,
interesting week. Um, I again, like always, 2 appointments and stuff. But I took my compadre, right? Took him to an appointment. We had the appointment on the same day, different times,
okay.
and we ended up going. We ran into a little issue. I won't get into. I won't put him up on blast like that. It's personal. But
Winners
we had a little issue at his appointment, and then we ended up at afterwards. We ended up at Wiener Schnitzel,
How
which
did
was a
you know
good
that?
meal. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, chili fries was it's a thing. But
Oh. Have you guys
but
tried the pastrami fries?
the one out?
The pastrami fries?
No.
No, I haven't tried those. I just tried
Oh,
the regular ones. I'll
they
probably
really- Wiener
maybe
Schnitzel?
not even go there. He's the one that said, "Hey, let's go to Wiener Schnitzel." I'm like, dude, okay,
Right.
but yeah. But I mean, it was awesome though. I mean, it's good to spend time with them, and
Yeah.
we get to talk and stuff like that, and yeah,
Nice.
I mean, it was cool.
Right
That's
on.
good. That's good. Well, I'm glad that worked out. No, I
Yeah,
haven't tried pastrami fries. That sounds really good.
They're pretty good for being Wiener Schnitzels. I don't really do Wiener Schnitzels, but when I do, I like the little corn dog, the mini corn dogs.
Oh, okay, like
yeah, yeah.
or
And
something.
those pastrami's, man. Oh man, fire.
Yeah.
They're good.
I haven't been there forever. Actually, I think I haven't been there since I think The last time I ate there was before I went into the night.
I literally have one right across the street.
Do you
Oh, wow.
really?
Yeah,
Okay, you're not
I don't.
eating.
I don't really eat there, like I said. Once in a while.
Oh, I
Try
have to do it for some silly place.
Mhm.
You know what, guys? I want to send a shout out to Cholo Trucker again. I seen him at the screening for the movie Jumped In. I seen him
Yeah.
doing his thing.
Okay.
Actually, um, by the time I found out, I didn't get my suit back from the cleaners. I was
Mm.
going to show up in a lime green suit, like representing Toothpaste Entertainment,
Yeah.
and go, muscle in for some money. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
I never know when you're serious or not.
I know, right? You're pretty good with
Oh my
the.
God.
You're still
I'm
getting
just
to
kidding for
know,
someone for money. I'll be like,
right?
show up like Sugar Knight, but my suit's green. It's just,
There
you
you
know,
go.
either
Got
way.
it represent. What's good, E-Visions? Good to see you. How are
Hey,
you doing hanging out in that hot weather in the valley? Ooh. But so you watched this on screen. You were actually there, were you, at the movie premiere?
oh no, I wouldn't. I saw it on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I saw he put a little clip of it. I'm like, all right, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Glad to see you getting some roles in movies and stuff. I think I don't want to like say too much because I hope he comes on and tells us about it. I
mm,
think I remember him talking about that movie.
Hmm.
What
yeah,
like it was a couple years ago, but a
yeah,
funny incident that happened while they
yeah,
were filming. But I'll
yeah.
just wait and see.
No, yes, yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, yeah. I don't say nothing either.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out to Cholo the Trucker. You guys go check that out on his channel. He
Yes.
have a clip of that. So
Yeah,
for me, I did not really do a whole lot. I just did the mom thing here at the house. I did do a lot of cooking. I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know why I love to cook, but normally don't like to cook when it's so hot. But I just had it that how sometimes you just more in the mood to experiment and
Yeah.
yes,
make things that I don't know. Hey Floyd, how are you? But thank you
yeah,
for tapping in. We appreciate you. So I did a lot of cooking, which means a lot of dishes. So I did a lot of that too, but it was nice. My kids all kind of came together and hung out. The ones that are still in California, anyways.
hmm
We just had a good time.
I love
Yesterday,
that.
yeah, we went. I picked up my oldest from her place, and we went to. If you guys have one or Trader Joe's, I know it's like just a grocery store, but
Yeah.
my girls want to go there, and there's always like certain like little treats to make Trader Joe's brand of something that they love. Right now they have like seasonal like skincare, like body wash, body cream. It smells so good. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh,
and
ladies, I highly recommend. I will take a picture of it and post it, but I'm serious. It smells delicious.
What is it? A can or you said body fragrance?
You know what it is? It's a scented line that they have there. It's their brand, Trader Joe's brand, but it's basically like a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro brand they have at like Sephora.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
a fragrance line, and it's a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro. I believe it's their number 68 fragrance, but it smells so good. I
Right
cannot.
now with Halloween coming, oh my gosh, you guys. So all those fragrances,
thank you.
the pumpkin spice and all that good stuff. Ah, I love
Yeah,
it.
this
Oh wow,
one's really yummy. It's kind of think like caramel, like toasted. I don't know, coconut, pistachio. I don't know. It's good.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Az,
wow.
how are you surviving out there? I know it's got to be hot
Yeah,
in Arizona.
triple digits.
My
Triple
where I told
digits.
you guys, my brother lives out there in Surprise, Arizona. It rained today so hard over there. I was like, what?
Yeah, I saw that Az posted a short video the other day, and it was raining there. I'm like, what a trip to think that it can go from like 100 and something to pouring rain.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
hot. When it hits the floor, it just brings all that
See,
heat up.
but the Southwest states are like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been to Albuquerque, and it could be nice and sunny and warm, and
Yeah.
then it'll like thunderstorm, it'll hail, and
Like
then it'll
it
be all flooded, and then it'll get like it's like all over the place, like in one day. Like what the?
Yeah.
What a
Like,
trip. I know. I
yeah,
like that name, Mr. CIA, Chicano in action.
right?
But it's been crazy weather everywhere. My son, the one that lives in Idaho, it's hotter there where he's at than where my other son that lives in Arizona is. So
Really?
yeah, it was 107 when I spoke to him.
Wow.
Jeez.
He's working
Yeah.
like 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes till 11 at night. Crazy,
Jeez.
crazy hours.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, you worry me to death, boy.
Yeah.
But God bless him. He is a hardworking man and takes care of his family. So I'm very proud of him.
Texas has some weird weather right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
showing like thunderstorms and floods. Crazy.
Right. Look at it. It's been over 110 for the last month daily. It's lovely working in this. I know you're lying.
Oh yeah, dude.
Casey, let us know. Do they send you home after the weather reaches a certain temperature? Let us know in the chat.
See that hence the name Diablo, right? It's like it's that hot over there, man. It's like jeez.
Perfect.
Big.
Yeah. Big D in the house. What's up?
So Fred's gonna be with us on Halloween this Halloween. So we usually
What?
get dressed up. Fred is gonna be with us on Halloween.
Oh, that's right.
We're gonna have to think of something. Maybe we could do like a trio of
Dress up.
I don't know, I have a few good ones.
Yes. And you know what? Shout out House of Tattoos. You know, we are praying for you, brother. You're feeling better. And yeah, depending on who's back and here on Halloween, we should do a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I had a few Three Stooges.
Oh, how cute.
Angels. We have a dress
right?
Fred Charlie's Angels.
That would be so funny. I don't think Fred would appreciate that one though. Or you
I'm one
I
out
don't think
where
Fred has a choice. He's outnumbered.
But yeah, I'll be Charlie. How about that?
There
And I you to see a speaker, and I'll be, hello, girls. Hello, girls.
Yeah.
For real, that's what we do. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do. I know last week we did celebrity deaths like right away, but I didn't see a bunch. But there was one gentleman that passed away that was very well known in the TV industry last week, right? And I popped his picture up there. And you guys, let me know if you remember him, and if so, what do you remember about him?
I know my
Oh yeah.
Here we go, Bob.
Newport, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1929, 2004.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know I should know what shows, but I can't remember specifically. But I know he's been in a lot of TV programs, right, Fred?
Yeah. Well, he had the Bob Newhart show. That's for
Yeah.
sure. That was one.
My grandma used to watch that. Then
Really?
he came on
Yeah.
Health too, right?
Yeah. No, was it that or Mary Tyler Moore? No, it wasn't Mary Tyler Moore, was it? You know what? I didn't really look into that. Yeah, I know he had the Bob Newhart show, but he was for the older, the older
Yeah, little.
people. He was a big deal. A lot of people always not they're not really up on it right now to what he is. But yeah, no, he was a big deal in his time. It's just unfortunate once they pass and people forget about him. But
He had like a real dry kind of sense of humor, from what I remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of that humor from back then is like stuff that you can't get away with now. Like back then, you had the Jeffersons, you had Archie Bunker, or All in the Family.
Company?
You know,
Can you imagine Three's Company? That was so like had a lot of windows and like stuff like that. That's live, probably.
You can't get away with that today. Three's Company. Actually, you know what? It's funny you say that. I have the whole season, the full season, the complete season on DVD. I mean, that's my favorite. That's my favorite show.
Love it or obsessed with it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And actually, I think all of them passed except for one, except for Janet, I think, and Larry. I think it was the two. Everybody else is gone. It's weird.
Maybe I know that Suzanne Summers, she had a place here, right, in the like Carmel or PG area.
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
And I just remember seeing her. Remember, guys, where she would do the thigh exercise machine.
Oh yeah.
She always had it like on QVC, and that thing
Yeah.
she would press to
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
toned thighs. But I heard she made a gang of money off of that, doing that. AZ
Yeah.
Diablo, I want to read this real quick. He says, we never get sent home. I install pool fences. We are out here despite the weather being 116 plus multiple times so far, but I am getting way too old for this ish. God bless you. That is wild. You are really a hero out here doing that work for people. Real.
I
Take
fall
care.
back into the pool on purpose. I fall back into the pool on purpose.
For real. For real. But yeah, married with children.
Bob Newhart he was worth 64 million.
That's it? No, not for, I'm kidding.
Pretty
That's a
smart.
lot of money. I mean, considering he's an older.
Yeah, that's good. No, that's good enough for me. Shoot.
Yeah, because it's Sanford and Son. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
think that before I cleaned up my property here a few weeks ago, I told Denise, "We look like Sanford and Son over here. I need to." But yeah, it's all good now. Yeah, he was witty.
Can you see the yard now?
Oh yeah, I'll send you. It's all open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, there was a pool. There's a pool there. You have a
Now
pool.
you can see the big. I wish there was a pool right there. Whew.
Dang, that's what I thought I would discover out here. Looking clean.
That would be nice. Hey, Spanx. It says hello.
Okay.
Oh, in the chat. What's good, Spanx? How are you and Pearl and Lena, the family? Just admit it. Get used to it over here. Thank you. We appreciate you too. Stay cool. Stay cool. Try to, anyways.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Thigh master. There you go. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. Summers and her Thigh Master machine. They're Debbie's got it too. But yeah, she then she really got into like hormones. She was like really into this hormone regimen and saying like taking all of those different hormones, the way she took them was what helped keep her so youthful for so long. So,
And you know what? Something about Suzanne Summers too. She was in American Graffiti. She was in the White Thunderbird. Yes, in the White Thunderbird. That was her. That's her. Yeah, in American
How
Graffiti.
old was she? How old was she in that movie?
I have no idea. She was young. That was what, 1973?
Oh,
Was it when that movie came out? Yeah, she was young.
we're all gonna go back and watch it now, huh?
Yeah, George Lucas film. It's a George Lucas before Star Wars, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Big D says born in the 70s, raised in the 80s, and these were the replay, of the shows from the 50s, 60s. Now they're gone with the wind. Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Classic. That's right. So, rest in peace, Bob Newhart, his family. Sounds like he did pretty good putting away a little something for his family. So that's good to know. Now, let's see. We will go ahead. Let me see what other pictures saved. Now, I don't really know a lot of history on this guy, but I did see this, Denise. And let me see if anyone knows anything about him. This is the former LA mayor, throws his hat in the 2026 California governor race. I've seen him. What's that?
What happened to him?
No, he's going to run for governor.
Oh.
So he's the mayor down there in LA, but he's going to run for governor now. I've seen him, at a lot of different press conferences.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know, like if he's any good or bad or what. I just recognized him from that. And also, I remember him having a little role in the George Lopez show when it was still on. He had come on for like a little segment on there, like a little funny part. So, we'll see.
Did you guys say his name?
Was it on there?
Oh, I didn't see it.
So we'll see. That's 2026 though, so I'm not sure. No, I'll look it up while we're chatting.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe someone in the comments will even know.
It's
Respects and love to Denise Castillo.
Yeah.
That's right, Debbie. Okay.
Oh, Debbie. That got you.
Yeah.
It's it's been it's been a lot warmer out here than usual though for the past couple of years. So it's been a lot warmer out here in our neck of the woods anyway. It was never this hot. Now it's starting to get really bad. Like where it's really hot, but then in the evening we get that cool breeze, so that
Yeah.
kind of saves us a little bit.
Oh my gosh,
Good
it
small
does.
break.
I can't catch up. I can't catch up enough. Like right when it gets cool, when it's like right
Mhm.
now, it's starting to get cool. By the time it goes, it takes a minute for the house to get cool, and then by
Oh, yeah,
then I have to shut everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's like it doesn't catch up.
right? It's always a trick of the timing, seems like.
Dang, man. I wish I could leave the windows just open all night.
Hey, so somebody mentioned the Dukes of Hazzard, the good
Yeah,
old boy. Nobody took offense to the car. Back then we just
right?
went
That's
on with,
now.
you know,
Or what about the one that is what's the one? He's driving down the freeway, the runaway bride. It's a movie. And he picks her up and what
oh,
is that?
Smoking the Bandit.
Yes, Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah,
I love
Smoking the
that one.
Bandit.
Mhm.
Yes. So that was one of my dad's. You know what? I got a story about that. My dad. I wanted to see it. I did because I saw the poster of it, and I didn't know what it was. I just liked the poster. Back then and stuff. And my dad. God rest his soul. My mom said, take a look at the movies. Take a look at the movie. Like he said, I want to go. He was acting up with me about that. And he said, well, let me go take a shower. And I was like, oh, dude, like, come on, man. So he went and took a shower. And he unwillingly, I'll say this, unwillingly took me to go see uh, Smoking the Bandit.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there and he's like laughing and laughing. He was having a great time. And I kept looking at him like, what's the big deal? And he goes, oh, it's Jackie Gleason. And I was like, who's Jackie Gleason? Dude? Like, I don't know who Jackie, I didn't know. But yeah, it became one of his favorite movies. I would remember that because he went unwillingly and it's become one of my favorite movies and my family as well.
That's
The
awesome.
Smoking the Bandit.
Awesome. Spec says, I'll be in the chat with you guys working on my son's car. Hey, that's good. Thank you for staying in the chat and supporting us while you do that. What a good dad, too. Working on your son's
All right.
car. Shout out to you, Spanx. Yeah, that's cool that your dad ended up liking it. It's always a blessing to, go into something not knowing and then have a good memory from it. So
Yeah, no, great memories from it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the Love Boat and all that stuff.
Yes, the Love Boat. I forgot about that one. Yeah. What
One
about
Pain.
the one with the I don't even want to say it.
Sorry, guys.
The little person. Remember when he would say the plane?
Oh, Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one. I used to
Yeah.
watch that one too.
And Mr. Rourke.
My grandma,
Mr. Rourke and Tattoo.
Mr. York.
Yeah, I would watch those at my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
So I guess jump into some topics that are current events, not because we want to, just because they're current events. So we'll just state what we read, what we believe we know, our opinions, our theories. If you guys have answers or you have opinions, please share in the chat and let us know because we're learning as we go. I think that's kind of like our little lingo for the week, right? We're learning as we go too. So, So I guess. Go ahead, Fred.
That's good.
Oh no, I was going to say, just for those people in the chats and stuff, we're not going to stay too long on them as we talked about before, so they don't get, be like, oh, here we go, and they get all. We're going to touch bases and move on with that, So.
Yeah. But to be honest, the people that did answer back what they wanted to hear about were people who wanted updates on what's going on in politics. Okay. So we'll do that. So here is a picture, and I'll just go ahead and read this here. Kimberly Cheeto resigned from her position as director of the U.S. Secret Service after pressure from lawmakers who called for her to step down from the wake of the President Trump. So that is her, and she stepped down via letter, I believe, and I did see some questioning of her, and not too much. I just sort of jumped around different news outlets and saw her being questioned, and it was pretty ugly the way that they were going back and forth. I was like, I don't know how she could withstand being questioned under that pressure and not giving an answer at all.
Well, you know what? She said she was going to be, she was the one to ask. That she was going to be, she wasn't afraid to answer the questions. And, I think when they're talking about it, they kind of like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? They don't really put themselves out there. It's not hard to tell when, somebody doesn't know how to, doesn't know how to answer the question,
Yeah.
It's not hard to see. That's the unfortunate part for her anyhow. So, I just, I I mean, it's the best bet that she stepped down rather than just kind of try to hang on there because it wasn't going to end well for her, after what happened.
Yeah.
So that's how that goes. When you're going to get fired, you resign, right?
Yeah, if they give you the chance, you might as well take it. They're basically telling you, either you leave or you get fired. I mean, you might as well leave. But you don't get a severance pay, do you, or nothing like that. So that's kind of like
that's what I was going to say. I'm not sure that the reality on a job like that, but I know a lot of jobs. If you step down, you'll be able to get your severance pay or your retirement or whatever it is you might have. But if you're fired, some of those things you could lose. So
yes,
you're right. It probably was smart of her just to go ahead and step down. Yeah. So she is out, and I guess, what did they say when, you know what, all ish rolls downhill, and at the end of the day, somebody has to be held accountable and answer for it. So that would be the higher.
The other girl that I didn't get her name, by the way. The other agent that was alongside her. Well, there was two more. How many girls? There was 3 girls total. I mean, that one girl, she couldn't even find her holster. She was like, that clip went viral. She was trying to, I'm like, dude, if she can't even, she was hiding. She wasn't even protecting the president. She was hiding.
Yeah, it's like Big D said there. You had one job is to protect the president. If that's your job, I mean, yeah, it's not to be taken lightly. In any security play, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're hired as security, I don't care how big and famous the person is. That's your job. Like that's there's no ifs ands or buts about it. That's what you paid for.
Yeah.
You sign up for that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's a big deal that one. Seriously, definitely.
It's unfortunate because a lot of people. There's always going to be that conversation, right? With a lot of different jobs in life, like should women be able to be in the military or work at a prison or work for Secret Service? And I know that a lot of, the few women that were in these positions for this situation were not in that great of a light. So a lot of people are saying it was an embarrassment. And like Big G says right here, he said there was no excuse for what happened. You have one job. Yeah.
Yes.
So that was that. And I guess big news since we last were on as well, we were sort of talking about presidential race, this and that. And since we last spoke, I guess now Biden has voluntarily stepped down with pressure from his party, if I'm stating it correctly. And it looks like Kamala Harris has enough, I think it's called delegates, it may not be called that, if I'm saying that wrong, forgive me, to go ahead and run for the president for the Liberal Party.
Democrat Party, yeah.
There you go. Got me right.
You're learning, sis. You're learning.
Yeah. There I go. Trying.
and again, just to touch on it really briefly, guys, but not getting into a big old debate about
Mhm.
the realistic view of it. It's not even a political view; it's more of a health issue, I think, with President Biden.
Yeah.
It's just that the man at his age and at his condition, he's just not cut to do that another 4 years. I mean, I think it's too much, and I think it's fair for him to step down. I mean, I'm not going to knock the man for tapping out or make fun of the situation, and I mean, just to the fact that his age and with all due respect, I think it was a wise move, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there was some rumor I had read that, he felt very, obviously it didn't come from his mouth, so we can't ever say it's an exact word, but there's talk or chatter of Biden feeling very hurt and betrayed by his own party for
Yeah.
being pressured. But there's a lot of rumors surrounding him right now, period. Like, as far as, is he well? Some people are even questioning, is he even alive? There was a
Did you see that?
call, I believe. I didn't catch it. I saw a little clip of it, so I don't want to speak to its entirety. But there
Yes.
was I saw where Kamala Harris was speaking, and she was speaking to a phone call from President Biden,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
but people are alleging that it was a recorded call and not an actual live phone call. And there's
Okay.
even people saying it was AI generated. So
It's
that's another rabbit hole.
Ah. Yeah, it's it's tough, having all this new stuff. You never know. Like I told, remember sis, when I had that call, my daughter, she real quick, my daughter had AI'd me, or how do you call it, Dave?
And yeah, it's an AI.
She
You know,
like
she-
pranked me big time, and I was like, wait, what? How did you do that? Like, it was crazy. First
Yeah.
time I ever experienced something like that, and I told her, don't you ever do that to me again. Because
Right.
it was intense. It was like, um, it was crazy. Just like, I don't even remember the
So what
phone
happened?
call. She called me, right? She
Yeah.
called me, and I didn't answer the call. I didn't answer until finally I just like, who is this?
Uh-huh.
And then what happened, Jen? Shit, refresh my
So it
memory.
was your daughter's voice when you picked up the phone, right?
Yes, her voice.
And it said something crazy to you, or
Something about YouTube. Something
Yeah.
about being on YouTube and my husband, and I was like, wait, what? So it was just a crazy experience. Like I'll never want to. I don't even know. Like you're not gonna know what to believe.
yeah.
That's how intense it was. It was like,
Okay.
and things are gonna happen like that, where you're gonna get a phone call, like a crazy call like that, and not
That's scary
you're not
though.
even sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to brush
Make
up.
up a code word.
Yeah, Darlene said that President Biden was seen today for the first time since having COVID. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he recovered
Yeah.
from that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
the only thing he passed on, right? Like what?
that's
Oh
why
my
it's like
gosh.
so crazy. You never know what to. That's why it's good to just maybe put the different theories out there,
Yeah.
just to have something to talk about, but don't jump on board with something right away because we
Yeah.
never know.
I think that's the thing too, that everybody kind of jumps on board right away with the conspiracy kind of thing, and again, it's not always that. It's just not that big of an issue. I think the internet and access to the world would make it more than what it really is, which sounds good.
Right. It's
But-
just craziness. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
like
remember that
having
day.
a code word
Yeah.
to
We
make
should
sure.
have code words with our children and family.
Yeah.
But I do remember that day. Your daughter got you good, but
Yeah.
you sounded really, startled. So
Yeah.
it's
It was scary. It was a scary thing. Then when I told you, I was like, dude, like I don't remember exactly how it went down, but I know that she scared the crap out of me using that AI bull crap, and I was just like, no, dude, don't ever do that again. Ever.
Yeah.
it is.
You know what? Guys? I was I forgot to send this to you guys. There was a video circulating of I don't know if you guys saw that, of two officers who went into an apartment complex with a
I
lady.
think I have that saved.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be safe to show the footage in here, but
Yeah, let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and say trigger warning first. We're about
okay.
35 minutes in, so we can go ahead and do that. We're going to show a brief part of a video for commentary purposes only, and trigger warning, it is graphic, and somebody did unfortunately lose their life at the hands of law enforcement, but this is something that is going on in the world, and this is a big story, and we're going to talk about it. So hang tight. Like I said, it is a trigger warning, so if it's not something you want to hear, I don't believe it shows. It has some parts blurred, and I'm only going to play a few seconds, but just wanted to let you guys know. And let me be very sure. It's not the right one I wanted, but okay. Tight. I think it's
You're not in trouble. I just need to text.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
Yeah. You have an ID? That'd make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID real quick.
Well, let's
so I
get your
can
ID
text you.
first, and then
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
is it in that stack right there, maybe?
Okay. 1 second.
Check on her.
Let me do this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot your ass.
Please don't hurt me, God.
I would hurt you. You called us.
Okay.
We're not over here.
So what'd you?
okay. So it cut out the part where he actually did shoot her, but if it was difficult to see what happened, this lady called the cops. From what I understand, she feared there was an intruder. She heard the noises. She feared there was an intruder. Police showed up, and I watched several videos, and I tried to choose the one that was the least graphic. So they showed up, asked her what was going on. She seemed, like something was off when they were at the door, and she was scared. I did notice that in one of the body cam videos, she did say, "Please don't hurt me." So she was scared right away. I mean, I'm not sure. What did you see as far as this video, Fred? Did you?
I mean, it's kind of hard to see what's going on. I mean, I know there's mention of hot water, boiling hot water for tea or something, she said. And then she said, "I rebuke you, devil," or some. She said something to that effect. And, and that's when he said, "Hey, I'll, you know," I mean, he said it before he did it. I mean, I'm not saying, it's hard to.
It's crazy because I don't. We'll see when Denise pops back on if she saw it or not.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I feel, man, this goes down such a crazy rabbit hole too. This is where I feel like there should be so much more training in mental health services. And to me, and now this is, I've dealt with family members who are dealing with mental health issues, so maybe that's why it was noticeable to me. I'm not sure, but you would think that they would notice something was off. Yeah, she did call the police and she wanted help, and she said so the cops were asking her where's her ID, and she was trying to look for that. She looked for paperwork. She wanted to show them paperwork. They were like, just show us your ID first. Then the one cop pointed her to the kitchen and said something about there's something on the stove we don't want to fire, and asked her to turn it off. She went over there. It looks like she got some oven mitts, picked up the water, and he said something to her about not throwing the water or something. Or I'm getting back is what he said.
Yeah.
You guys can look back and see word for word, but said something about I'm getting back from hot steaming water. She asked, where are you going? And she said something to the effect of, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Well, this is a common thing that if you've grown up in the church and you're a Christian, that is something
Yes.
we're taught to say when you are in fear or you feel spiritually something's not right, or I'm even just in fear, period. That's something I say on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
I am saying this on my part. Something about her saying that seemed to irritate something in that cop, and he shot her.
Yeah.
In, from what I understand, in the face. And
What?
it was so quick. I mean, and for me, looking back at it, she wasn't even close enough to him to have hit him with the boiling water.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Chilu. Thank you so much. Just what's up, fam? I send my love. Sending love right back to you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yeah. You know,
Wow.
how I tend to look at it too, though. When I saw it too, I thought, you know, there's oftentimes people have I don't always want to say a power trip. I tend to lean more about the unfortunate thing is that we don't know. There's people in this world that sometimes we don't click with, and they don't like us.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you have the upper hand per se. You know, or abuse of power, if you will. You know, they'll use any excuse because they simply just don't like you. You know, and they'll do stuff like that to, you know, unfortunately take your life and make an excuse about it. I mean, it's like to pick up a water bottle and they can say, "Well, we thought it was Clorox or whatever," or he's going to throw it, and they, you know, I end up getting hit. You know, I'm just saying that's a scenario.
Yeah.
It just seemed like the way he was talking to her, and I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not. When he was talking, when I see that, you know, he already had something bad.
He sounded irritated.
Yeah, he sounded very irritated, and for her to, excuse me, for her to say, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," she must have saw something in him for her to say that. You know, I mean, it's kind
Yeah.
of hard to see in the video, but there had to be a reason why she, you know, and for him to draw his gun that quick, like put the pot down. I mean, let's be realistic. If you're at least, I mean, let's just say 8 feet away. I mean, yeah, it's the water's still going to be hot, but it's not going to be to that point, you know, especially like that. And I don't think that lady could have thrown the water that far. And then he was saying what they didn't show on here. He said, "Oh, the water's right here. You know, it's almost touching us." And it's like, dude, like, you know, after spinning the guy, it's not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be that boiling no more, dude. It's done, you know.
Denise,
I
did
think
you
he was
see
trying to find the reason.
the
I gotta
story?
watch that video again. I gotta see that.
Yeah. Well, the part. So I'll just mention a little bit more of the video, and you can let me know what you think too. Because the part that also bothered me was after he shot her, his partner, you can tell, was visibly shaken, and he said, "I'm going to go get the kid," meaning I'm going to try to, you know, perform
Yes,
life-saving measures. And he said, don't bother. She's gone." That was
yes, shot to the
that,
head.
yeah.
Yeah,
And even though the thing I have always been told by my stepfather was, even if it looks like, hello, G, the person will not make it, and it's a very bad injury, you're still to try and perform life-saving
yeah,
measures. So that had to be really terrible for her family to see this video and hear the audio back. Also,
definitely.
when the backup came, you know, because obviously now it's a crime scene. They've got to
Yeah,
take the place off, make reports, call in probably a third party to investigate, or they should, anyways.
yeah.
Um, he said something like, to the effect of, "This crazy bitch."
Uh-huh.
This is after he already took her life.
Yeah. And yeah, you could hear it in him too. He's like, "Oh, darn it," you know. Like, he knew he messed up, and like you said, the other officer, his backup felt like, you know, he's obviously shaken, and he's like, you know, like he's looking at it like he knows he messed up. I mean, that's not, you know, and you know what, guys. before we go any further, I will say this. I will say this uh, because I see this a lot, and I did see this on social media. Uh, there is sometimes people that say, "Oh, well, see," um, because it happens to be the gender of race or whatever. I understand that part, but from my experience, I've also seen Hispanic, Chicano, Latino, whatever you want to call it. There's not a right answer to that. Somebody's going to get offended. Let's just say that Mexican American, whatever you want to call it, police officers that have been real dirtbags. You know, and there's some in every. It doesn't matter. It's not. It doesn't come in color. It's the thing of pride. I've seen people abuse that power. You stand behind a badge and a gun, and there's just some people that shouldn't be there. I mean, and you know what? I'm not just gonna say in officers, because I do know people who are officers and stuff like that. Respect to them, to the ones that do their job. But
Right.
there's people in this world too that shouldn't get high positions, such as police officers. Should not get positions as supervisors. Should not, just stuff of that nature, because I've seen people abuse their power. That's really what I'll say, and it comes in all in different, you know,
Yeah.
races. You know what I mean? It's not just one thing. We always tend to look at the Caucasian community, and to blame. It's all the way around the board. And that's the unfortunate part to me.
Darlene made a good point right here, though, too. The water, no matter how hot, is not going to kill anyone.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And like I said, have people that have been in law enforcement in my family, and I have people who have harmed law enforcement that are put
Yeah.
away in my family. So I look at this objectively, and I know that there's also been cops hurt in the line of duty, but I don't think, from my own personal feelings, she was in her nightgown. You know what I mean? She had her bonnet on. She was scared. She was either going through something, or she was experiencing a mental health situation, or it could go even deeper. I know a lot of people aren't ready to always go there, but there's a whole spiritual warfare out here, you guys, and
Yeah.
she may have seen something in him, and he saw something in her that
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't go that far because I know some people aren't into going down that rabbit hole, but it's a real thing. So
Yeah.
she called them big mistake, but yeah, that's so
Well,
sad because she called for help.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, it could be a mistake, a fatal mistake. That's unfortunate, but they're here to protect and serve. You know, it just, yeah, and it seemed like when he said, because he said, "Put the pot down," and it's like, I mean, I would freak out if I had a pot in my hand and somebody, a police officer pulled the gun. I put the pot. I'll be like, "Well, dude, if I turn, is he gonna think I'm gonna throw?" It's kind of like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, it's an unrealistic thing.
In the
Yeah,
moment.
So, I mean, yeah, I think I definitely think he messed up. I mean, unfortunate for her, and her family.
yeah,
That's
it's
not a good thing.
devastating. Like,
Yeah,
and she did. When he said that, she replied back, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And he
yeah, yeah. And
before
I
Did
think
you guys happen to watch that? There was a car chase the other day, and there was a baby involved in that chase. Did you guys see that by any chance?
there was a
I
baby
think
involved.
There was a baby in the car when this guy went on a chase, high speed chase with LAPD,
yeah,
and he videotaped it. So he's in the car. The girlfriend, I guess, the girl is in the back seat with the baby, and she's telling him, "Pull over, just pull over." And he's videotaping live, I think on Instagram. And he's like, "No, bro, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me." And she's like, "Just pull over, and we have the baby in the car. The baby's like a month old."
Oh my
But he was in fear, for his life. Like literally saying they're gonna like shoot,
Yeah,
and it's not gonna be just to harm him. They're
right.
gonna, you know,
I feel like that's, I saw that video clip too, and I'm sorry, that guy was straight up thinking about himself and himself only.
Yeah.
That was his, from what I understand, his girlfriend and his baby in the back seat. And he did not care if it ended up in a shootout, an accident. And I was like, okay, God forbid something happens. But
Yeah.
I was thinking, if this ends well and she gets out of that car okay and goes back to this guy after he risked their child's life, you're dummy.
That's
Yeah.
that's a charge too. No child endangerment. That's a charge too. Though.
Immediately got the
I'm
baby.
sure.
You know, they got custody of the baby, and they showed the police officer, like a lady officer, holding the baby. You know, just trying to comfort the baby, and it was just sad. I've never witnessed a high-speed chase like that where there's an actual infant in the car and this guy's driving like a maniac.
Yeah, that was sad to see. Terrifying. I'm glad it didn't end in an accident or shootout.
You know, guys, shout out to Big D and what he stated there. You know what, guys? Oftentimes too, though. I, you know, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of the situation being because people want to act up whenever one gets pulled over. The simplest thing to do, and it doesn't work all the time. I mean, unfortunately, you have bad officers, you know.
Yeah.
But just comply. Just comply with them. You know, they want to see your ID. You like, you know, people want to take this whole thing about, well, I know my rights and all this stuff. Good, like it could be a simple traffic stop. Your light could be out, whatever it may be. You know, just all you have to do is comply. You know, I mean, it's just sometimes. You know, I'm not saying all the time, but
Right.
the majority of the times, it would have been a simple thing just to comply with the officers. And I speak from experience. I've had that happen. You know, I've had it happen where I've driven a state vehicle. Excuse me, and the officer's like, he says, why, you know, he told me, he says, why are you driving the vehicle, this state vehicle? Because I'm licensed to drive the vehicle. You know, like,
What?
you know, I didn't get smart with them, you know, so I'm licensed to drive it. That's why, you know, and he was like, okay, he goes, can I see the registration on it? And I said, and the insurance. I said, and I remember sitting like this, guys. I was sitting like this, and I said, he's on my, you know, on my right side, on the passenger side. And he says, can you get the insurance and the registration? And I said, can I unclick my seatbelt, you know, so I can reach over to the, you know, and he says, yeah, go ahead. I said, okay, you know, and then, you know, you reach out. I didn't just reach out, you know, I was extra cautious with him, you know, and he ended up being cool, you know, he let me go, but I didn't really, you know, it was just take precaution.
Yeah.
You
know?
Yeah. It's it is crazy. I've had several situations actually with law enforcement, not on purpose, but there was a situation where I was pulled over, and it was my fault. I was speeding. He was tucked in between a building on the outskirts of Castroville, the industrial part, and I was trying to make it to my kid's soccer game years ago. And he pulled me over. The second I passed him, I saw him light me up. And honestly, it was like the middle, like mid-divorce, mid-custody battle,
Jeez.
trying to do my kid's game that I wasn't even told about. So, and I was broke, man. Like, I was broke. So I just started crying. And it was one of those days where you feel like, what else could possibly go wrong?
Right.
So he comes up to the window, and I'm already like feeling sorry for myself. And he's rude. He's so like nasty rude. And he asked for my registration, and I said, it's in my glove box. Is it okay if I get it? He goes, is there a reason you shouldn't be reaching in there?
Wow.
And I was like,
Oh,
no, I just wanted to make sure
yeah.
when I go to reach for this, you're cool. Like, are we good?
Yeah.
And he's like, before he left, he's all, why are you crying anyways? I'm like, because I don't have the money to pay for this ticket. That's why.
I'm
like, man,
yeah.
telling my stepdad on you. He was not a sheriff. He was CHP.
Dang.
That's how
See,
I
if I,
felt. I was like, man, these guys
if
are
I could
jerks.
pull him over now, I'll be like, do you know who I am? No.
Huh. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Don't look at me.
Yeah, do you know who I am?
That's wild. But you would be
Oh,
surprised, like
yeah.
in another situation, a cop that looked the part, like, okay, he's gonna be cool. He's gonna like just tell me, hey, because I didn't even have my phone to my ear. I actually had directions on it, and I was
Yeah.
legit on my way to my step grandfather's funeral,
Oh, no.
and I got pulled over by the guy, and he gave me a ticket, even though I was like, you can see it's just maps. I'm listening,
Yeah.
and he gave me a ticket. And another time, same situation. I was at the light, and I was sure this guy was gonna like hammer me. He just looked the part of like the old, like, I don't want to sound like I'm profiling, but I guess it would be like the old cranky white cop.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's gonna like hammer me for having my phone out. But you know what? Shame on me for thinking that, because he made this like noise. You know how they have the speaker thing, right? I didn't even know he was next to me. Here I am at the stoplight, and I was in my mind, that's my own ignorance. I was like, if I'm stopped, I can pick up my phone real quick. No, you can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he said something over the intercom, and then I looked, and I was like, and he goes like that, like, roll your window down. I put my window down. He goes, hey, you know, those tickets are very expensive. You might want to put your phone away.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, sir. And I did. And I'm like, waiting, is he going to pull me over still? And he's like, go ahead, have a nice day. I'm like,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
happened to me. That's happened to me in Salinas.
Watch while watching my grandson. Much love. Much love, Judy. Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless
It happened to me in Salinas. It was a friend of mine and I. We were in my little lowrider mini truck, right? And we had it's a hard top removable convertible. So
Uh-huh.
we had taken the convertible top off and had the cab show. We're driving around on a nice sunny day. We're driving around Salinas, and the police officer we come to a light and he pulls up right beside me and he's staring at us. And I'm like, here we go, here we go. He's gonna pull me over for hydraulics, all this other stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And he says, hey, and I'm like, I'm trying to look straight, like, you can't see me kind of deal,
Yeah.
But I was like, yes, sir. He's all, you have hydraulics in that thing? I said, yes, sir. I'm not gonna lie to him. You can see in the bottom of the bed thing, And
Yeah.
I said, yes, sir, I do. He goes, wow. He says, okay. He's all, who did your paint job? And I tell him, right? He goes, who did the pinstripes? And I told him who. Um,
Okay.
and he says, hey man, he goes, nice truck. And I go, thank you. And it's just kind of like you expect more, like,
Yeah.
he goes, that's a nice truck. Thanks. And then we're like, it was just, I gotta say that day was a good day. Hey, see what I
Right?
did? See what
Oh, man.
Isn't it weird? It's that feeling you get when you see a cop. Like, still, I get all like,
It's weird, right? Like, even though, like, if you know you're legit, everything's right, it's still, it's still a crazy feeling,
Yeah, yeah. And so that's the thing too, though. I've driven, in my past, I've driven dirty, kind of like, and you're always looking over your shoulder. It's and you know what? I'll put it to you this way: it's not worth it, man. Take care of your stuff. It's so. And I'm not knocking anybody. I know we all go through times and stuff. It happens. It's a normal thing. We all don't have all the money all the time. And that's being real life about it. But if you can, those are the important necessities because a car is a necessity, especially here. I don't want to say here in California. I would say anywhere. It's a necessity. It's a luxury we have, and
Yeah.
it's important to have your ducks in a row, so you don't worry about that. I mean, if I'm driving down the road and the cop's gonna pull you over, and he can pull me over. So what? I got everything. I got everything legit. I'm not gonna. He can pull me over for a ride. He's not
Right.
gonna take away my car. He's not. I got everything. So it's like I don't mean it like I got everything, like I have everything in the world. I mean, I have everything I need to be here to operate this vehicle, you know? And,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. You know
So,
what? It's wild, right? Like you just never know. But I did want to say, you know, God bless and rest in peace to that young woman that her life was taken.
oh, yeah.
The police officer was arrested and charged with murder,
Hmm.
and there is a sketchy history. He has moved police departments 6 times, and if you
And
notice, he
4 years.
looked poor. Okay, I
In
got
4 years.
it. In 4 years, that's right, 6 times in 4 years. So that draws some suspicion right there. So, you
Yeah.
know, it's crazy, definitely crazy. So there is another video. This one is wild, but in a whole different way. This is like one of those things in nature that happened, and talk about wrong place, wrong time. This was scary. But I mean, I guess trigger warning if you're afraid of whales, but if you're not, trip out on this. So
Uh,
not like graphic right now. Hang tight. Let me show this real quick.
Huge.
How crazy is
It
that?
was huge.
Yeah.
Right? Can you imagine like
Nope.
you're just out there fishing, like having a day on the ocean doing your thing, and a whale decides to just. I was so. I was like, was it mating season? Did it think like it's. My daughter's like, Mom, you do not actually. I'm like, I don't know. Do they
Yeah.
see another shadow and think? She's like, that's so dumb. She goes, it came up for air and it just was in the wrong place. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah. Go ahead, Denise. Go ahead, Denise, with your thoughts on that.
But the guy was okay. Like everybody on board was okay. That's the only reason why I'm laughing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm trying to keep my dog over here quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. No, well, I'll tell you my perspective of it is, and I've
Okay.
been on a boat. I've been on a boat. I've been on an airplane. I've been on a train. Plane, trains, and automobiles. I think I've been on all of them. But um, again, I'll say it. When we're on an airplane and we're on a boat, or even in a car for that matter. I mean, it doesn't really matter, you know. What matters, but we're vulnerable to anything that happened to us at that point, you know. Um, Again, the unfortunate part at least to be in the ocean is we're at the bottom of the food chain, you know, or somewhere in there. Like we're not the top of the food chain,
Right?
and to get eaten or swallowed by, you know, by something that's like that's not how we want to go. You know, it's like
He's,
you're like, it's like what happened to Fred? Well, what happened to Memorial? He got swallowed by a whale. Like really, like you know,
oh, yeah.
it's like, I don't know. It's just like
That,
yeah. It's not my thing. You know, it's not my thing to go out there and do that. You know,
yeah.
I just
I love
can't get
fishing, but I've never been fishing on the ocean, and I have no desire to go out into the ocean. I actually have a fear of the ocean. So,
well, the ocean's pretty. I want to say that the ocean can be a traitor. You know, it's so beautiful, but it can suck you into the. You know, take you into. You go out too far, it'll take you. It'll take you. That's it. And you know what? I mean, I'm sure in Southern California, even out here, a lot of people got been taken in
yeah.
by, by waves and stuff. It's a hard thing, man. It's and people who are considered good swimmers, they get taken in by the ocean, which is not. You know, it's not about how good of a swimmer you are. That you understand that thing is coming in hard, and it probably you know if it knocks you over against a rock, and then just takes you in, that's it. You're done. You know.
My
That's
sister was like, she was the bridge girl, right? She was the one. Like she would go way out there, and she would tell me, "Come on, let's go. It gets, you know, there's no waves out there." In other words, and I'm like, "No, no thanks." I just didn't like the water. Like I said, it's just huge, right?
yeah.
But she experienced what are those riptide? Like a
The whirlpool.
yeah, like under under the water kind of took her, and
Yeah.
she then on she was like, nope, never again. Like she was done. She was done with that experience. She was like, it felt like somebody was pulling her, like literally pulling her under the water.
Yeah.
You know, not letting her go. she goes, I don't know how I got out of that days, but she was like huffing and puffing. I was like, whoa, never seen her like that before.
It happens. You know, one time, we were at in the ocean in Monterey on the beach, and there was people out there. You know, and I usually stand back. You know, I'm like, I used to go in the water all the time, but it's like I don't trust it because you go in and you think like, oh, I'm just right here. Before you know, like you're way in there. You know, it kind of blinds you, and you go further and further in. So my baby mama was in there, and she pulled one of the kids out. Not even our kid, another kid that was he got stuck in that whirlpool, and she was able to get him out. And I remember the dad was really grateful about that. He was, oh, thank you, thank you. And it was like, um, it could have been an unfortunate thing, yeah. So I mean that the ocean's it's beautiful, but yeah, I'm not really into
Crazy.
jumping out of that,
She was all for the beach, John. She loved the water. After
Until
that,
that
she
But,
never, never was the same.
it's a beautiful thing, but you gotta be real careful though. It's like, I mean, I love it too. I wish I could just jump in and be cool, but you just don't know, man. You just don't know. That's just the thing. You gotta kind of be on your toes with stuff, and that's one thing my kids always like. Oh, we want to go to the beach, and it's like, okay. And sometimes I wouldn't want to go because I'm on like pins and needles, because they're out there, and it's like, okay, it's just it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing, when they're doing too much. So I showed, so what I did before they wanted to go to the ocean, to the beach and stuff, I showed them Jaws.
Oh no! Did you really?
No, you know what? I'll say this. All my kids did see. We're we watch a lot of movies and stuff, and yeah. So yeah, we've seen all the my children have all seen like Jaws and like E.T. and stuff like that. Like they've seen it. So
Oh,
when E.T. passes away, I always would turn it off and say that was the end.
they're messed up,
It's just a thing.
right?
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
and you know what? I just remembered. I
Oh.
did. I renewed our Google phone number. So if anybody wants to call in and
Okay.
ask a question or talk, let me know and I'll drop it in the chat. That way, on shows going forward too, like if people want to call in and give their 2 cents or whatever. Remember, Denise, we had one before. It was actually hard to do it. Yeah. And I guess we went too long without using it. So I tried to redo it and it was like, no, it expired. So I had to make a new one.
Oh, cool.
I eventually figured it out. So
Spanky, call in. Big D, call in.
Yeah.
Let's test it out.
Are we on like on a 30 or 10-second delay too, though, where you could kind of, if somebody says anything wrong, you could clip them off?
They
Or
start going crazy, I'm gonna end it right there.
yeah, I know people do that. I've noticed that people do that with podcasts sometimes.
Oh yeah, I'll have the phone in my hand, and once I hear the first crazy thing that's starting to go sideways, I'm cutting the call.
You know what? Speaking on that, not to bring a crowd into the room, because I think it's a great, beautiful thing. I've gotten to talk to celebrities that way, because of the podcast or something with a good friend of mine. But I think it's a wrong thing though, because here's in a new world here of podcasting, and you give it a chance to join in and stuff, and you're really gonna go there. Like I think it's not a cool thing. It's just it should be a cool thing to do. Where you're able to call in and talk to the people.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Put it
We're
right
at
now.
Disneyland the other day, and I was looking, and do you guys? I don't know if you remember this part where there was like a roll of phones, and the biggest thing was like the speaker. You could sit in one little room and just hit the speaker, and everybody was talking. Do you guys remember that?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
So okay, so there was this. It wasn't a ride. It was just a. It was a whole like wall full of rooms. Okay, little individual rooms. It had a phone in there, and at that time, shoot, this was back when I was what 10. These phones, they just you dial the phone, you dial somebody's number, and then you hit speaker, and everybody in that little room with you was on speakerphone. That's how.
Okay.
Technology. I mean, I was telling the girls that when we were at Disneyland the other day, and I was like, "You guys, this ride, this right here was a place where everybody just came together and got on the phone and hit speaker, and we thought we're all cool.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the theme. It was a speaker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, oh, dang, wow,
Okay.
how times have changed.
Well, even the party lines in the 90s, you know, the party lines.
We have a caller.
Okay, cool.
Are you there?
Hello. Hey guys.
Hey,
Good to hear from you, Big D. How are you?
hey, so Big D.
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking my call. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're just all hot.
Is that a speaker?
Yeah.
Can you hear?
I hear you, man. It's been pretty hot over here in California as well. That's why I've been in the pool. Take advantage of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm calling you in. I want to say hi to Fred and he's looked up.
Sure.
Hey.
But
Thank you.
there was some content you guys were talking about good stuff, man. That was pretty crazy. The Donald Trump thing, I just want to reflect on that a little bit, man. You know, let's not, one thing I want to say is it's not, let's respect everybody, you know, whether they're voting for or whatever, man, because it's just getting crazy that everybody just wants to divert. You know, we understand there's already separation, but we got to be careful how far we push the issue. You know, I mean, we're supposed to agree to this and respect each other's, you know, decisions of who they're voting for or what. And that's just me, you know. I love my dad. I want Trump to win. I am registered as a freaking not a Democrat, but a Republican. But I already told you guys, man, if we really came down to that, you know, I'm not with the Democrats or with the Republicans. You know, I'm not with the Democrat Party. I'm with the Republican Party, but I represent the gangster party. Just play, just play.
Yeah.
But let's just respect each other's opinions, and I think that makes a big difference. That's how it starts out first, and everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I like
And
that.
great topics you guys were talking about. Appreciate that you guys continue to do what you guys are doing. Shout out to Fred, good to see you, Denise. You know that cowboy started hurting my eyes. My wife said mine. And thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. And that's all y'all.
We send ours right back to Monica,
support
too.
it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, continue the topics, man, and get more
Go
involved.
Cowboys. Hey, Monica's a big fan.
Down here in the front, great stuff. Like everybody, I appreciate everybody on the chat. I'll let you guys go. Stay hydrated.
Right. You too.
Thanks,
Big D.
Vicky.
God bless. All right.
2 months, but it's gonna go long.
2 months, right?
Respect anybody.
Respects. Okay. All right.
That
Shout
was
out
cool.
to you calling in.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That was cool, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Nice.
It's awesome to
nice.
hear, you know.
I know he's gonna have to come on day, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, it's a cool thing. You know, I think it's a beautiful thing. You know, be able to interact with people. You know, and bring them into the show sometimes. You know, if people get go in the chats and in the chat room and you know they just.
Right? I know sometimes I see people chatting and I'm like, man, I want to get in there and go back and forth too.
You know, and it's a difference when you hear somebody talk and their demeanor. You can read it wrong, you know.
You can connect. Oh my gosh, that's so true. That's like a whole video in itself, Fred. That you should make one on that, and I will do the same.
Yeah.
Things can be misinterpreted so easily through
Oh, no,
like a text or a chat, you know, and because when we're talking, our voice, you can pick up on somebody's intention normally,
Yeah.
by the tone or the way they say something. Sometimes in a text message or a chat, it can come off crazy, and it's not even meant that way,
Yeah, it can be a simple, hey, what are you doing? But they read it as, what are you doing? Like, what the hell? I don't know, like that.
Right?
I was like,
What's it to you?
yeah,
Right? That's
you
funny,
know,
but it's true,
Yeah.
right? Definitely
Oh,
true. Yes, you have been on the roundtable board. You got to come back though. Shout out to Joe and Brother Paul. Yes, sending mine. Okay,
Go Raiders. Go Raiders.
we will let it up. The Skeptic Tank, how are you? Good to see you.
Oh, it's good to tank. It's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't seen you for a little bit. I hope you're well and staying cool out there.
Oh, yeah.
Right on, right on. Let's see. We are going to start winding down. I know it's a couple minutes, and Julie will be going live over there on his channel with their show. They have a special guest tonight. I did share it on IG, but they do have an interview. Changing the Game is the name of its Tuesday night show.
Okay.
So, what do you have coming up this week, Fred? Anything you're planning on your channel or that you're gonna be doing in life?
Yeah, well, you know what? I have a busy week. Later on this week, I have something I got to take care of, but then I'm also planning on going out, um, probably that evening, you know.
Good,
Um, so yeah, I'm going
good,
out,
good.
that's the plan anyways.
Glad to
Um,
hear it.
spend time with people who one cares about and stuff like that. So, um,
Right.
or yeah, I don't want to say cares, with one, that one appreciates, and truly.
Yes.
So, yeah, that and I'm thinking of probably releasing something this week. Not sure yet. Not sure yet because sometimes as content creators, trust me, I've sat here and did stuff, and then I watch it and say, oh no, like the energy's not there. Just the thing is just isn't right. And I don't want to put stuff out just for the sake of putting stuff out. So
Right.
it's got to be right. So
I'm the
so right,
same way.
right is yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
But anyway,
got so many that I never put out because I was like, I don't like the way it turned out, or I hate editing stuff of myself. I can't even stand hearing my own voice, so I'm like, I gotta get over that. But I do intend on starting to make videos and stuff again, other than just live content and going live. But I've got to just get over that and do it. Personal life sometimes consumes us, and that's what it's felt like for me for a while now.
no,
I've
yeah.
got to start doing it.
Big stomps. I do have the album already, but I have not given it a listen. To be honest with you, I've heard a little bit of it of the songs that were out. You know what I mean?
Really?
And that's about it. Yeah. Oh, there's a car show this weekend.
Where?
It's Salinas at the airport with
Oh, at the
the
airport?
arts. It's an arts
Okay,
car.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go. I
yeah.
thought I missed it. I thought that was the one you went to like 2 weeks ago, but it's this week coming up.
It's this weekend. Yeah, it's this
Thank
weekend.
you, the Skeptic Tank, for reminding me. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Are you gonna go? Fred?
Let's go live.
Right? I need to.
Yeah.
I got my little It's over there. I ordered one of those thingies. You hold thingies. It's like a tripod, right?
Okay.
But it has like this facial recognition thing on it. So it's kind of scary to think about it, but it recognizes people's, like when there's a face in front of it, so it turns on its own
Oh, okay.
when it has your phone on it. So I will use that at the car show.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I met Mikey from Chicano Tube there last year.
that's right. So
Yeah.
that's the same car show.
Yeah, and I went in to introduce myself to him.
The Tavares car show. Yeah.
Super
That's,
cool guy. Shout out to him.
I grew, well, I'm not going to say which guy, but one of the guys that shows his truck out there, I grew up on the same street as him, and I've still been trying to work out a day that we can have him on to interview him. His truck is like, I don't know. To me, I think it's world known. Like it's crazy. how cool it is and everything he's put into it. But I'll try to work that out still before I put the name out there. But okay, cool. All right, we got something to do this weekend.
Huh.
2 weeks ago was the car show in Salt. That's right. That's the one Fred was at.
Yeah.
Right on. Thank you. Okay, well, there's my
You guys
plan.
ever go to that rodeo or what was it?
That's been going on. I grew up going to it and being in the little kitty caper parade. Honestly, it's not my. I guess if you grow up out here doing it, it's. I mean, it's once in a while to go, but I hate even fighting the traffic of going down North Main when the rodeo's in town. But shout out to everyone that's doing it, but
Nice.
I just didn't live up to it this year. Yeah.
It's funny how we take it, not advantage, but like going to Disneyland the other day was funny because it's like, it's right here and it's like, you know,
Right.
just take that for granted, I guess, because we don't
Yeah, good night.
as much
Thanks
as
for
we
going
should.
in. I know, that's true. Okay, guys, next week, same day, same time, same place. We'll have our call-in number up for you guys to call in and, you know, tap in with us with some questions, comments, or if you guys want to tell us a funny story or something, that would be cool. Start doing that. But there is, let's see, I believe Spanx dropped, yes, Sheila's link. There it is right there. We're tapping this show right now. Hey, there's our brother right there. Much love, Trucker. In the flesh right there. You guys go check out his movie premiere video because that's pretty cool. We're proud of you, brother. Looking forward to seeing many more to come. I already
Anything too, I want to mention. So shout out to Chicano too. Well, yeah, that's the market.
Yeah.
Woods.
You're cutting out, Fred.
What?
I heard shout out to Chicano too.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's the Wi-Fi because it's froze now.
Ooh.
Type it in the chat, whatever you're trying to say.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Hey, time. You know, shout out to Chicano too. He has Arby's out here. Wood.
That's fine.
Okay. Ain't shooting good for Arby's for money too.
Okay, you guys go check that out on Chicano too. We had Norby's there today, so check it out.
Yeah.
And Fred, be nice for you guys to pull up on the next G-Lu get together. Absolutely. If Fred is down to drive, I'll be down to be the passenger princess because I'm a wimp about driving. Neither one of us want to drive up. We're gonna have to fly.
I can't back too much of a part. Them just basically about Dr. Gordon, but it's
Right.
back.
No, we'll make it though. We'll make it. We'll either fly or we'll get someone to drive. Heck yeah. All right, guys, go tap in with G-Lu. And much love to everyone. Thank you guys in the chat for being here. And much love to my co-host.
See you guys next week.
Yes, next
Bye.
week. We'll be back on new topics. Much love, guys. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Stay hydrated.